All right, welcome back. How's it going? Excited? This making sense, right? Have you listened to The Strangest Secret in the World? If you haven't, stop at this video right now and go back and listen. So in this step right here, we're gonna take things a little bit further because this is step 2, right? Now we're working with the existing, we're building on top of step 1. Each one of these steps is built upon one another. Very, very important, okay? All right, so now we're gonna talk about money. This is where we talk about your financial freedom plan, right? The freedom that you want in your life. If this was to represent your freedom, obviously it's got a price tag on it, right? Whatever your price tag on it is, that's unique to you. And again, if you are in the 7 Steps Mastery Program, which I would highly recommend you join that program because that is life-changing. That's gonna, if you think this is good, imagine if we work on this with you directly, personally, and help you like break through these things and help you through each one of these steps. It's incredible. So I really hope that you are going to be joining us on the 7 Steps Mastery in the live workshops and live classes that I'm holding on this, because this is like this is the foundation for you creating freedom and making it predictable. Okay. Anyway, your freedom number for your ideal lifestyle on a personal level, okay, is gonna have a number. Your freedom will have a number. Everything's got a price tag. Everything. Okay, and buy this shirt right here, it's got a price tag. This computer's got a price tag. Everything in life has a price tag on it. Everything. All right. You want to have a good health? Hey, there's a price tag on that too. Take care of yourself. Eat right. Right? Exercise. There's a price tag on everything. So when we're talking about having freedom, maintaining freedom, and living and experiencing freedom, we got to understand that finances is what's going to fuel that, right? Now, where most people fail, majority of people fail, 96%ers versus the 4%ers, is that most people fail in life because their view of the money is erroneous. Their view of the money is messed up. It's because, and it's not, it's not because they're bad people or anything. It's just because that's how they got brought up. And I was raised to believe that you don't have to work hard for your money, and money is, penny saved is a penny earned, and that kind of stuff. And these are nice sayings, but unfortunately these are the belief systems that keep people in bondage and keep people broke. Okay, we're gonna view money from a completely different paradigm, from a completely different perspective. I promise you, it's going to change your life. Very, very few people, the top true 4%ers, the very top, all right, 4% of people view money like I'm going to explain to you right now in this particular step. And so we're going to talk about your financial freedom plan. You need to have a plan. There is a night and day difference how the rich people handle their money versus how poor people handle their money. Complete different. Okay. So I'm going to erase this right now, and we're going to move on because I want this to be a continuation of our work here together, because this is a workshop. I don't want to preach at you. I want to actually work with you here. So we got 37,000. Just remember, we're going to write this down. Okay, we're going to say, you know what? Our lifestyle equals 37,000 a month. By the way, what is it in a year? Let me get my trusty little color calculator here, all right? 37,000, math was never my strongest subject in school, I tell you, times 12, $444,000 in a year. $444,000 in a year, okay? Just on living expenses. Is that a lot? Oh, Vic, that's a lot. Is that really? I don't know. Maybe your number is 4 million. I don't know. Right? Like, this is just guidelines, just like an example purpose for you, but that number is going to be unique to you. Don't worry about the number. Don't worry about how you're going to get it. Don't worry if you don't have it. Don't worry if you can't even comprehend it. Remember, I came in and I was fortunate enough to have a mentor come into my life that just crushed my thinking. It expanded my thinking of what's possible like I could never ever imagined. The guy was making $2 million in a month. I was like, how is it even possible, man? I could not even wrap my head around that kind of stuff, you know? And then my reality completely changed. Completely changed. You don't have to like know how to get it. You just have to trust the process. Promise you. Just trust the process. Okay? We're gonna change your life. We're gonna change your life. I promise you that one. Okay? But if you're ready, if you're ready to confidently step out and move into the direction of your goals and dreams, once and for all, draw that line in the sand and be like, that's it. I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna die trying. There is no, I'm not gonna get distracted to the right, distracted to the left. I'm not gonna worry about. I'm just gonna get committed, and finally get a grip firm on that steering wheel of my life, and tell it where to go. And I'm gonna go someplace that's gonna be really beautiful. Make sense? All right. So we identified exactly what we want on a personal level. That's gonna cost us that. Cool. Now, next, we need to understand how money works. All right, how money works. Now, most people, right, when they're broke and they don't have enough money, here's the thing. Here's a common pattern, the common denominator amongst all these people. They find themselves having more months left at the end of the money. Has that ever happened to you? It certainly happened to me. All right, before, when I did not understand what I'm about to walk you through. And I'm like, dude, why is that like, you know, I don't have enough money? And when I was broke, I did not have enough money. And then I started to make money even, because I remember what I'm teaching you right now, this took me, you know, over 15 years of accumulated experience. And I was like a scientist trying to figure this out for me. For me, I wanted to take control of my life and my situation. I wanted to create something that I wanted to have and experience for me. You know, I was selfish. And so I would get a little bit of information. I wish there was a 7 Steps to Freedom program like you have right now. I wish there was a coaching like 4%. And what we teach you here in, you know, silver, gold, diamond levels here at the 4%. I wish I had that, because I would have caught my, you know, my path to success by who knows how much. It would be so much easier for me to succeed. But I learned this from bits and pieces, and I started to pull things together and experimented and tested on myself and then tested on so many other students. And I can tell you, this stuff I'm about to show you will change your financial situation forever. Okay? So I'll tell you this, for me, so I started to get this mindset stuff, right? And I'm like, I'm going to go. I started to listen to guys like Earl Nightingale and Bob Proctor and Think and Grow Rich and all these classic books on personal development. I'm like, it's possible for me to live a good life, man. I'm gonna go. And guess what? I started to get great results because I got committed on my goals. I got my goal card. I got, you know, I knew exactly what I wanted, and things started to happen. I started to make money. But for me, and I'll tell you this, you know, truthfully and honest up front with you right now. When I was broke, there was always more month left at the end of the money. And then I started to make money, and I went from like not making money to making $15,000 a month, $30,000 a month, and I still found myself having more month left at the end of the money. I'm like, how is that even possible? It's like, yeah, I'm living it up. I mean, my lifestyle completely changed, but something is not right here, because even though I have all this cash flow coming in, I don't have, like, I'm not saving money. There is no savings, and I find myself, you know, not having enough for different other areas. And as an entrepreneur, you know, you learn how to make money, but unfortunately nobody teaches us how to really manage our money properly, right? And then the probably, you know, a lot of money management type of trainings that's out there is going to tell you to manage money like an employee. You know, be on a budget and save your lattes and save your ice cream and don't go buy sushis and don't go don't do that, save every penny. That's like, you know, typical stuff. And then I stumbled upon an idea that completely changed me. I went to this seminar, and I don't remember, I forgot exactly what the name of it was, but I got introduced to this concept of, you know, the difference between how rich people manage their money and how broke people manage their money. And it was presented to me in a way that made sense. And it was a bucket concept. It was a bucket concept. Now, here is how most people manage their money, right? They have a bank account. Okay? By the way, what I'm about to show you right now, I think my marker is dying on me here. Let me change my marker. What I'm about to walk you through, please trust the process and do this. I know it might not make sense, it might not, but I promise you, it will change your life forever. here is the outcome of what I'm about to teach you. I'm going to teach you a strategy. I'm going to teach you a plan, financial management plan right now, that will allow you to create freedom, where you can live the dream lifestyle you want, that you really want, that we identified in step 1. You will have money to save. You will have money to give. You will have money to run your business. You will have money to pay your taxes. You will have order in your financial life. Okay? When I started to follow this plan I'm about to teach you, everything changed for me. Everything changed for me. Okay? So here, let me tell you first how most people typically manage their money. And I was in that category myself, right? So typically, you have a bank account and you have, you work. So, maybe you have a job and you get a paycheck and you put that money in here. Maybe you do a little side hustle and that money comes in, you put that money in there. And then maybe you sell something, right? You put that money in there. You take overtime or you start your online ventures. Maybe you got couple bucks coming from there. So all of your money from all these different things go into just the same one bank account. And for most people, and especially for most starting entrepreneurs, here's the thing. This is their personal bank account, right? This is their personal bank account. And because this is their personal bank account, all the money goes there. They don't know what they don't know. Right? If you are running your money into your personal bank account and you have money coming in from your business, I'm talking to entrepreneurs. I'm not talking about employees right now. If you're an employee, you got a paycheck every week and that goes into your personal account. That's different. I'm talking to you as an entrepreneur right now. Okay, remember, we're dealing with creating your ideal lifestyle, your freedom. You working for somebody else and depending on somebody's opinion of your worth is not going to get you the freedom you want. You need to position yourself in a way where you can have no limit on how much money you can make. Okay? That can be sales, that can be entrepreneurship, that can be affiliate, that can be so many. We're going to talk about the game plan in the next step. So we're going to talk about different models and stuff like that. But right now, just understand money management. I'm gonna give you the money management principles here that will create and bring order to your life. Okay. So, if you are running, let's say if you have money coming in from your entrepreneurial ventures, and they're going into your personal account, you are your liability. You have no idea how much liability you are putting yourself into. Okay. You should never ever do that. So what happens here is these guys have all the money going into the same account, and then what they do is they spend, okay? They pay bills, and and they end up at zero. And then they're like, okay, how about growing my business? Okay, how about savings? All right. Oh, what about paying off my debt? Okay. Oh, I don't have enough money because I'm already at zero and I never get. What about helping somebody, right? Maybe give. Okay? Oh, dude, don't talk to me about giving, man. I'm just barely scraping by. I ain't got no money to give, man. Right? So, what most people do is most people have this model, and this is a downward spiral. Okay, if you're running this model, you are broke. If you're running this model, you don't have enough. You're not saving money, and if you do, it's very minimal. If you're running this model, you are frustrated. You're scared. If you're running this model, you are depending on somebody that's, somebody that's outside of you. And so when you don't feel like you're in control, you feel powerless. Control equals power, right? So if you feel out of control, imagine you're driving in a car and it's winter and it's snowing and the roads are slippery and you lose control in your vehicle and you feel out of control. You feel like you just lost control of your vehicle and you're going 60 miles an hour. What happens? You panic, right? You're like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna crash. And sure enough, bam, you crash. Okay? Same thing happens in your business. Same thing happens in your finances. Same thing. In other words, if you don't feel like you're in control, you're panicking. Right? If you don't feel like you're in control, you're frustrated. You are, you don't have self-confidence. Your self-esteem is being affected. Okay? Your self worth is being affected, and then that affects other areas of your life. So what am I saying right now? I'm saying to you is that you need to get in control. You need to get your finances under control, period. Okay? You will never build a successful business if you don't understand how to take care of your financial situation and how to create order and bring order and create control in your finances. Okay? I have a walking billboard of this. And I see so many people fail or get into troubles, okay, even if they have a lot of money coming in. If they're doing this model, I guarantee you, they're going to be disappointed. I guarantee you they're going to find themselves saying, oops, okay, sooner or later, guarantee you. It's like one of those laws. It's like this, okay, promise you. So how do you change that? Well, you change this by changing your money blueprint. You change that by having the awareness. I'm going to give you the awareness right now, and I'm going to give you the blueprint, and I'm going to encourage you to follow the blueprint. When you do that, you will have financial order in your life. When you have this order in your finances, now when you are building your business, and we're going to talk about, the game plan, we're going to talk about, business and marketing and different models that you're going to do for yourself, and as you're building your dream business, that will start going into your proper structured order and your financial plan, and is going to take care of everything and all the other important areas of your life. It's going to make sense. So this is the broke people model. Okay, here I'm going to give you a different model to follow, a 4%er model. Okay, Sid, one of our 4%ers, this guy came to us he's from India. You probably have heard, seen his story. He's I think we have him as one of the featured story on 4%. But anyway, so he came to 4%. This was just a few years ago. He was a mess. He pawned his wife's jewelry to start an online venture. He tried to build this thing for him for like years and years and years, and then he joined 4%. And then he started to learn, he really went all in, and he became one of the best students that we have here. By the way, there's a pattern between success and people that are not successful, right? Not everybody in 4% is a success. I promise you. Hey, 4%. That's why it's called a 4%, right? We got 100 people here. Unfortunately, 96 of every 100 will not do what I'm suggesting to do. That's why they're not getting the results. Maybe they're going to try to do this and do what's convenient, and then when the going gets a little bit tougher, they back out because the grass might be greener on the other side. I'm telling you, my friend, you can change your life if you follow these principles. Sid committed. He said, you know what, Vic, I listened to you talking about this, remember from the last video? Like your dedication and commitment to following the rules, even if you would tell me to stand on one foot and do marketing like this, standing on one foot, I would not question it. That was Sid Sigarth from India. He came in desperate. He came in broke. He came in being a mess, right? Right now, the guy is making a huge impact for thousands and tens of thousands of people from around the world in his country, generating millions of dollars in a year, has order. And he said, Vic, when I heard you, he is one of our Diamond members, and we did a mastermind in I remember, I think it was Miami. And it was his first time being introduced to this money management principle and this blueprint that I'm going to give you right now. He went home and he did exactly what I told him. He said, Vic, it changed my life. Changed my life. So I'm going to give you that same blueprint right now. Okay? This is how, if you want to create freedom, if you want to pay off your bills, if you want to pay off your debt, if you want to have money handled in every important category, you have got to follow this model. Now, this is not a rule that I'm going to give you, okay? But I'm going to give you a guide. You can massage this to your liking, to whatever it is that you've got going on, depending on what family you have, what country you live in, that kind of stuff, right? But I'm going to give you a blueprint, okay? A blueprint is kind of like a blueprint for the house. If I'm going to give you a blueprint, you're going to have this house, and this house being, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be successful. It's going to look great. Now, how you're going to massage the details of that house, you're going to have hardwood floors, or you're going to have tile, or you're going to have carpet. That's going to be up to you, right? If you want to have this color wall or that color wall, that's going to be up to you. But I'm going to give you the blueprint, not necessarily the details, because you'll be able to massage. It's going to make sense, I promise you. Okay, so check this out. What do we know now? Well, we know that we have our ideal lifestyle price tag of $37,000 a month, right? From the last video, or the last step number 1. And if this doesn't make sense, it's probably because you didn't watch it, so go back and watch it so that it will make sense. All right, what's next? Well, the next thing what we need to do is we need to create financial freedom plan. We need to have a money blueprint that we're gonna follow for the rest of our career here, okay? We're gonna follow this like the rich people follow, okay? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a, I'm gonna give you a formula. RTWCGO, okay? RTWCGO. This formula is going to change your life. Now you can change what it's called. You can change. You can massage this, but this is going to change your life. Okay? This is a blueprint that's going to set you free financially. I promise you. Okay? And we're not going to talk about you saving money on latte. We're not going to talk about you saving pennies. We're going to talk about you living your dream life while taking care of all the other areas of your life, and it's going to be awesome. Sound good? I don't want you to save your way to freedom. You're not going to save your way to freedom. And if you do it, it's going to be at the expense of your life. You know what I'm talking about? So like if somebody's going to teach you to get on a budget and do this and like kill yourself for the next 30 years of your life, well, that's for people that have a ceiling, glass ceiling on their income, okay? Your single biggest wealth generating tool is going to be your cash flow. You need wealth to create freedom. You'll never be free if you don't have money situation taken care of. So you are very, very fortunate that you are here at 4% learning how to build your business on the internet, right? That you can operate from anywhere in the world, from your computer, from your laptop, as long as you have internet access. The entire world is your customer base. The entire world, right? We're going to talk about generating money and all these other things later on. We're talking about game plan, okay? But you can serve the entire, in other words, we have no limit. So the plan I'm going to show you is so awesome, especially for you, because you will have no limit, no cap on your income, no cap to how much you can earn, okay? So please follow this. And even if you are just getting started right now, still follow this, because it will put you on the right path and help you build this thing right. You know, if you're going to build a house, you want to make sure that you build it right. Otherwise, if you build it wrong, you build it on the wrong foundation, it's going to fall over. Why would you want to, build something that's going to collapse later on, right? Anyway, I digress. Vic, get to the point. Okay, I hear you. I told you I can read minds. I'm messing with you. You having a good time so far? This is good, right? Okay, so check this out. RTWCGO. This is going to be a life changer for you. Promise you. Okay, here's what you're going to do. I'm going to give you a guidelines of how to manage your money properly. These are 6 different bank accounts. Remember how broke people I just showed you? They just have one bank account, and that bank account is most likely their personal bank account, and everything goes into one, and then they don't know they don't manage it, right? Most people don't. It's a mess. Here, you're gonna have yourself 6 different bank accounts. 6 different, that's right, 6, okay? 6, 5, 6 different bank accounts. You're gonna have 6 different bank accounts that you will open. They're gonna be different, separate bank accounts. It can be in the same bank, it can be in different banks. Ideally for simplicity purposes, you can have them be in the same bank, but you'll have 6 different bank accounts. Very, very important. Here are the accounts. R stands for receiving, okay? Write this down. Stands for receiving. This is where you will have all the money go into for your business. Now, your receiving, this is going to be your business account. It's not going to be a personal account. This is going to be your business account, okay? If you're gold level or above here within the 4% for coaching, we have a program called Business Launch Blueprint, where we talk about A to Z of launching, structuring your business, okay, of your dreams. So A to Z. So we talk about that a lot too. So you will have your receiving account is like your income is gonna go into that account. Okay, so if you have affiliate commissions, if you're selling products on the internet, if you're selling services, if whatever you're doing as a business, okay, all that money will go into that receiving account. So 100% of the money that you will have is going to be deposited into the receiving account. Okay? Now, your T account, this is going to be your tax account. You got to take care of your Uncle Sam. Okay? And I can tell you this from a personal experience. When I got introduced to this whole possibility of making money, and I'm like, dude, I'm going to make money, this, all this positive thinking stuff and personal development, I got fired up and I started making a bunch of money. I went from nothing to 30,000, 40,000, 100,000 in a month. I'm like, dude, this is great. Private jets. I remember one time we were in Chicago and my wife is, and by that time I'm an affiliate. Like I'm just, I built my affiliate marketing business. By the way, we teach that in the gold level and above. We have affiliate marketing academy there. I teach you how to build, how to make a ton of money just selling other people's products if you're interested in that. But at that time, this was, what year was that? That was quite a few years ago. Maybe 2012-ish, somewhere in there, I'm making a bunch of money just flowing to me. I'm like 100,000, 200,000 a month coming in. I'm like, I'm cool, man. You're living it up, right? And it's completely passive income. I'm traveling. I've got money just flooding my bank account. So I remember one time we were in Chicago and we go to this store and, there's this, my wife, she looks at this coat, this fur coat, and she's like, hey, honey, I see she really wants it. She's a good wife. She's not spoiled. But don't laugh. But I can tell that she really likes that. So I'm like, hey, baby, you want to get that? And she's like, yeah, but it's spendy. I'm like, how much is it? She's like, 56,000 for a coat. 56 freaking $1,000. I'm like, get it. She's like, are you serious? I'm like, get it. She got it. 56,000. In other words, anyway, blow your money kind of a phase, right? I remember just blowing money. Like, we want to, on a whim, we just want to go from where we are, we want to go on a little vacation, take our family, take our in-laws. Okay, we have a little daughter that was just born. We don't want to go on a commercial flight and sit in the coach and whatever. We're just going to charge. Let's just charter an airplane. How much is it going to be? $70,000. Hey, no big deal. 70,000. Here's a check or a wire for 70,000. Boom, you got yourself a private plane. Put your family onto this private plane. Go. I've been through that phase, right? So you go to the store and you shop around and you see these flip flops that are $700. These LV flip flops, and you're like, shoot, man, I kind of like them. They're cool. I'm just gonna buy $700 flip flops. You just get them, right? That kind of stuff. You go to a store, you see a nice watch that's 40K or 50 or 60K. You just want to buy it just because you like the watch. In other words, I went through that phase. I call it the irresponsibly blowing your money like crazy kind of phase. I've been there because I learned how to generate money. And you have money coming in, you don't worry about managing money because you get really good at making money, right? But you don't learn how to manage money. So I found myself blowing through that stuff and not really saving up for taxes, not really doing the things that I shouldn't be doing, I was ignorant of this at that time. And I found myself one time, got a tax bill for like $1.9 million. $1.9 million tax bill. I'm like, okay? And you don't pay your tax bill with your gross. You got to pay that with your net. I'm like, what do I do now, right? So I learned my lesson. This saved me. This was the thing that, it was completely transformed my life. So now when you understand how to make money, which I'm going to teach you, right? We teach that in gold level. It's all about how to build your dream business and have it thrive. Right? I'm going to show you how to have more money coming in than you can ever imagine. Making money is a science. If you do certain things in a certain way, like I'm going to teach you, you will be making money if you follow my teachings. Okay? But if you make money and you blow money like I did, you will. I don't care if you're making $100,000 a month or if you're making $2 million a month. If you don't understand how to manage it, you will find yourself having more months left at the end of the money. I promise you. All right? So you want to learn how to make it, and then you want to learn how to manage it, and then how to multiply your money. Make, manage, multiply. Get, manage, multiply, right? That's kind of the formula. So that you can have true freedom in your life. There's two types of income that you can have, right? There's this thing called active income. Okay, active income is the income that you work for. You build your business, you do your thing that we're going to talk to you about here at the 4%. Great, you can have a lot of income coming in here. Okay, but ideally, what you want to have is you want to have this passive income. Okay, you want to have your active income to be replaced with your passive income. Active income replaced with your passive income, so that passive income is the income that you have coming in, whether you work or not, it's going to be there. And when you have your passive income that is big enough to sustain your lifestyle, to cover all the important areas of your life, following this model, you know what you have? You have freedom. You have true freedom. When you wake up in the morning and you don't feel like to go to work, you feel like taking off for a month, and you take off and you do nothing for a month, and you still have more money coming in than you can spend, that's called freedom. And it's not a wish pipe dream in the sky. It can be your reality. It really can, if you follow certain principles and the formulas that I'm going to teach you. Okay? Okay, so you excited to talk about this? Okay? Okay, let me show you how this works. All right. We keep it real here, my friend. Okay, so I hope that you don't mind. I'm just being myself. Okay, so you're going to have 6 different accounts. You have your receiving account, which is going to be your business account, called receiving. Literally call it R, right? Receiving account. All the money will be deposited there. You're going to have your tax account. I'm going to suggest, and again, I want to be very clear on this. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a CPA. All right. You should probably not listen to a word I'm saying about about money management or whatever. What do I know? I just know how to make a whole bunch of money. And I figured out, or still figuring it out, how to manage it. So far it worked for me like nothing else. This allowed me to clear up my tax bill at nearly $2 million while having a lifestyle of my dreams, while saving, while giving, while sustaining and maintaining my contributions and things that I'm doing in the world. And it's amazing. It just feels incredible. Okay? You can probably have that. But the numbers I'm going to give you, these are going to be suggested numbers. Okay, depending on where you live, depending on what country you're in, what state you might be in, and that kind of stuff, you might need to adjust these. Speak to your CPA. What I found is that most CPAs don't understand this model anyway. All right, most CPAs will tell you to, it's like, this sounds a little complicated. I promise you, this will change your life. You are the most important person in your business. You're the boss. You get to make the calls, okay? But when it comes to this right here, this is going to be your tax bucket, your tax account. So you literally create yourself a separate tax account called account T. I literally have that for myself, and I literally say account R, account T, account W, account C, account G, account O. That's my model. I'm teaching you what I know. I'm not teaching you theory. I'm teaching you experience, right? This is your tax account. So suggested, okay, just a kind of a default number, you're going to allocate 30%, okay? Maybe you live in a state that's more than that, but I found, 30%, maybe 40%. Hey, if it's 50%, whatever, right? 30% will go to my T account. This is my tax account. What do you think W is? W stands for wealth, okay? I didn't call it S for savings because I don't want to focus on savings. I want to focus on wealth, right? I want to focus on wealth creation, not savings. Money, a penny saved is a penny earned. That's broke thinking. I want to focus on wealth, right? It's just a little personal, subconscious kind of a thing for me. Whatever you focus on is going to expand, right? I don't want to focus on little things. I want to focus on, anyway, wealth account. Literally a separate account called account W. Stands for wealth. That is your wealth building account. What I'm going to suggest you do is dedicate at least 10% to that. At least 10%. Minimum 10%. Okay? Account C stands for charitable account. giving account, charitable account, okay? Again, separate account. And you say, Vic, I don't want to give. Why not? Do you want to be a cool person? Do you want to be an attractive person? Do you want to be nice? Do you want to make a difference? Do you, here's the thing. The language of generosity. Do you want to be more generous? Right? My friend, when you give, you get. A lot of entrepreneurs I see, a lot of people that I grew up with, they have a problem with giving. A lot of people that have this employee mentality and they work hard for their money. It's my hard-earned dollars, right? They're having problem giving because they can barely scrape by themselves. Give language is universal in any country you go to. Okay, I don't have my wallet with me here, but if you're stingy, you're like this. If you have money in your hand, it's like this, right? You're holding it like this. But if you're generous, it's like this. And I tell you this, you come to a dog and you go like this, even a dog will understand what you mean by that. You're being generous, you want to give. My friend is anyway, I don't have enough time right now in this lesson to go into the details of the importance of you having a side of your business and side of your personality to be generous. When it comes to finances, it's like a pipe. You don't have to understand it right now, but just trust the process. When you give regularly, okay, and if it's part of your plan, it's like having a pipe of abundance that you open up to receive. The more you give, the more you receive. Okay, so I want to have it, make sure that it's part of my blueprint, because I don't want the universe to say, well, that guy is stingy. Close. I'm telling you from experience, I used to not give, and I saw the effects of it. So many people that are millionaires and billionaires, they are afraid to not tithe. They are afraid to not give. Okay. There might be one or two exemptions or whatever, but I promise you, for most people, anyway, here's what you're gonna do. Account C stands for charity, okay? You're gonna give 10% away, give 10%. Account G, it's a separate account, stands for general account, okay? This is, guess what? This is your account G right here. This is your household general. Again, you may play with the names of it, whatever suits you, okay? This is for me. I'm telling you this from my experience, okay, or from my kind of a setup. So account G is my lifestyle account. You can call it account L if you wanted to, okay? For me, this is general. This is like our household, lifestyle account. And so that's general, and I'm gonna put 20% in here, okay? Account O, because this is your business right here, okay? Account O is going to be your operations account. So this is where you're gonna, your business growth, this is your marketing, this is your advertisement, continued education, courses, masterminds, subscriptions, business expenses, office lights, computers, that kind of stuff, right? So you're gonna have 30% going to that account, okay? Make sense? Now these are guidelines. This is what I do, right? Another thing I want to make sure that you understand is this. All of them are going to be business accounts with an exception of this one. This can be your personal account, okay? Account G is going to be your personal account, okay? All of these other ones can be business accounts because this is a tax write-off. This right here, if you want to, we can take, in the 7 Steps Mastery Program, I'm just giving you the basic version of it right now, but there is different variations of it that we can get into based on your situation. If you are like a gold level member coaching with us here, and you come into the 7 Steps Mastery, when we're talking about this step number 2, right? We'll really get into your specific situations, and we work with you and really help you understand this from a really, really advanced standpoint. Right now, what I'm showing you is just a super basic version of this blueprint, and you can extend, you can create some really, really cool things with it too. So account W, it can be a business or it can be personal, depending on how you want it set up. But most of these accounts will be your business account. So business, business, personal, business. okay? Now, so what you're gonna do is this. You're gonna allocate specific percentages and you're gonna create your target for your financial freedom overall, overarching kind of a number, okay? So let me, stay with me. All right, so we know from our step one that our lifestyle in that example was $37,000. Where do we plug that into on this equation? Where do we plug that in? Okay, well, if you set account G, you would be correct, okay, because that's general, okay, that's our lifestyle. So I'm gonna say that, okay, that number is gonna go here, 37,000 based on our example, okay, from step number one, okay? So I start from there. Wait, why did you start from there? Don't ask questions. No, I'm kidding. Good question. Why did I start from there is because I wanted to make sure that I can have something that my personal, I mean, you run business because you want to have nicer quality of life, right? So when you take care of yourself and when you know personally where you go and what that's going to give you, you'll be more inspired, you'll be more motivated to work in your business, and that thing is gonna carry you through the obstacles. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, because you're doing that for your family, you're doing that for your life. Anyway, so that's why we kind of start from there. But then we're gonna plug that number into the appropriate field here in this equation, in this blueprint, and we're gonna figure out all the rest of these based on that number. Okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our calculator, okay, like that, and we're gonna open this up to our calculator, right? And I'm gonna do this. Based on these percentages, and again, these are guidelines. You might have these percentages be different for you. I'm not telling you to stick exactly to these percentage points. Use these as guide rails or guidelines, okay? They're not rules, they're not laws. What I'm more after here is structure and the blueprint. These are like, okay, what kind of wall color do you want to have in your house? What kind of carpet do you want? What kind of furniture? All these other things, okay? So you might have 10% go into your general account. You might have 30% and 20% here. You might have 50% here, and maybe you want to save 5%. I'm going to recommend you save at least 10% and give at least. I would say that these should not be negotiable for you. This can be more, but not less. Okay, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But play with these numbers. Anyway, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take 37,000, right? 37,000 divided by 20% in this example, divided by 0.20. All right, so I come up with my top line number, which is $185,000. You with me? So take that number, your lifestyle, divided by the percentile that you have. In my example, I'm going to work my example here. 37,000 divided by 0.20 or divided by 20%. That will give you your top line number to focus on, okay? Which is going to be 185,000. 185,000. Now I'm going to figure out the rest of those numbers. Now I'm going to have 185,000 times 30%, 0.30. Okay. So my tax, I should be allocating $55,500. Okay. I'm going to go for my W, which is my wealth. 10% of that is what? It's 18,500. Right. My charitable, 18,500. Make sense? Can you imagine how much good you can do in the world for other people if you would be in a position where you literally have an account that is generating or accumulating $18,000 every single month that you can just give? How many people can you bless with that? How much good can you see what I'm saying? Like, money is not a bad thing, my friend. Money, if you're right here right now in 4% and you want to build your business of your dreams, I'm going to help you do that. But it's the good that we can do in this world. If everybody in 4% did what I'm teaching you, like hopefully you're going to do, right? Can you imagine how much impact that we could make in the world? One thing I want to do, and depending when you're watching this, maybe you're gonna see this come together really, really close, really soon. Here is we want to have if we could have like a community tracker of how much money collectively our community gives away. Maybe we're gonna publish this and just track that. That would be so amazing, right? So like you doing your business impacts people, not only from a marketing or from a product selling standpoint and from the services that you offer products, but also from other things as well, which is really, really cool. Anyway, I digress. All right, so now we have 30% here. Well, based on this, that we know that 30% is going to be $55,500 here, right? So that's what we have. Do you now see how this blueprint enables me to cover all the important areas of my life and my business and having a proper order in my life? Do you see how that comes together? Okay, so now I gotta work with just one number. Now I have a number, my financial freedom plan number. That's what you're going for. See, in step one, we identified our target number for lifestyle, but that's just part of the equation. So now my number that I focus on becomes this, doesn't it? Okay? So now I know that for me to sustain that lifestyle and have enough money to pay for my taxes, allocate enough on a monthly basis, and save, imagine you're saving in my example here, you're saving, you're putting money away towards wealth building at a rate of $18,500 a month. Okay? 18.5 times 12. Never do math on camera without a calculator while recording. $222,000 in a year towards your wealth. What if, right? You stick to this plan. Look at this. In a year, well, wrong category, right? In a year, you're giving away, look, that's $222,000. Okay? You have $222,000 that you have allocated towards investments, towards wealth building vehicles, okay? Towards creating passive income. Okay? Okay? Now, you're also, while doing that, you're also simultaneously giving away good things. Okay? You're also giving away $222,000 per year, okay, based on just your give account. Now, how much good can you do in the world? Now, think about it from the invisible standpoint. If you do this, and if you're helping people, okay, if you are doing charitable contributions, if you're helping your church or other people in your life that need and want and need to be helped, right? You're doing so much good. How many positive feedback and prayers and blessings that you will have as thank yous coming your way from other people. You see what you're doing here? Like, this is a holistic way of wealth generation in a way where you align yourself not only to take care of your own financial needs and fund your ideal lifestyle, but you're also working with the universe that will reward you for being generous and running your business. And guess what? You work with laws that govern success. The more you give, the more you get, and you're operating on this system, my friend, you become blessed, right? You be a blessing to somebody, and then so many other people will be a blessing to you from the invisible side that fuels this entire machine and enables you to grow that number. Anyway, so that's what I'm talking about. Now, imagine this. Okay, what we're doing is this is our active income model, okay, that we're going to build together through the 4%, through the stuff I'm going to teach you. So this can be your online business model. Now, this becomes your passive. Now, when we're talking about 7 steps to freedom mastery level, gold level, if you're in a gold level coaching here with us, we'll really dive into this. And we dig deeper into this because I'm going to show you how do you pay off your debts, how do you live a completely 100% debt-free life while following this model. What are the exact things that you need to follow? Just like we break this down to you in these steps here, I'm gonna show you how to pay off debts, how to cut up your credit cards if you want to, how to pay off your mortgage, how to pay off your cars, how to be free 100%. One. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine what life is going to be like when you're free? Like, you wake up in the morning and you're like, I ain't got no debt. I don't have mortgage. I'm living in my dream house. Could be even $1 million house, could be multi-million-dollar house. I'm living my dream and I'm debt free. You breathe easier. You know what I'm saying? You walk into your house and you're like, this is mine, baby. You sit in your car and it's the car of your dreams and you're like, this is mine. There is no mortgage on it. There is no loan on it. It's mine. That is an amazing feeling. And you can have that. And I'm here to tell you that you deserve. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to do all that stuff. But just now, once you pay off your debts and things like that, now we're going to be building your passive income model. This can be investments. This can be real estate. These can be vehicles that where you can build wealth for your children's children. Okay? Bible says, good man leaves wealth, creates legacy for his children's children. See what I'm saying here? Okay, see where we're going with this? You need to have a plan to do that. And the plan is not something that's too far out. The plan, you can do that, okay? So the question can become, okay, Vic, okay, I get all this stuff and I understand, but man, how do I generate $185,000 in a month? Okay, $185,000 in a month for what we're going to teach you is very, very, very doable, even if you have never done anything like this. I'm going to teach you how to do that in the steps coming up here. So what you do is now you have a number that becomes the most important number in your formula, in your blueprint, and that is your top line number. It becomes that number. Whatever that number for you is. Again, in my example, I'm just giving you this as an example purpose here. For this example, I have $185,000 a month, okay, per month. Oh my goodness, I've never made that much before. No kidding, I haven't either before, until I did. Now, okay, we know what we want. We have a star to shoot for. We have a destination, right? We know exactly where we want to go. It's like that ship leaving the harbor. The captain punched in the destination. Let's go, baby, right? We know exactly where we're going to end up. And then we charter a plan, we charter a path for us to get there. Do not worry about your ability to generate that just yet. That's where coaching is going to come in. That's what I'm going to teach you, in these coaching levels here. If you're a gold level member, we're giving you a path to follow there. That's not going to be an issue. I promise you, okay? I can take anybody from nothing to that, or whatever that number for you is, and I can show you how to get there mathematically. Mathematically, right? Promise you. So whatever that number for you is, that's going to be your number. Keep that in mind because we're going to need that number coming up for step number 4, okay? Really, really, really important. So $185,000 a month is my top line. I don't worry about anything else because everything else is going to be taken care of for me automatically. So when I have commissions, when I have my business income coming in, or all of my income is going to go into that account, this account gets cleared out to zero every single time when I have a check coming in. So if I get a check or a deposit that goes into that account on a weekly basis, every single week, you just you do automatic transfers into your online, and that's it. Okay. If you have a check coming in once every month, every day, doesn't matter. You can do this on a monthly basis, daily basis, weekly basis. As you have money coming into this account ultimately at the end of the month, this account should be at zero always. In other words, it has to equal out to zero because it needs to be distributed among these 5 other accounts. Okay, so here's what you do. This is good stuff. Have you learned this in school? Have you learned this in college? Drop me a comment below. Let me know if you learned this stuff in college. I promise you, probably not, right? I went to college for like 6 months, wanted to be a computer programmer, found out that was not the thing for me, so I dropped out. But I don't remember learning this in school. I don't remember learning this in algebra or in college. I don't remember learning this anywhere. This came from me just trying to figure this money stuff out. Changed my life. Changed so many other people's lives. At 4% here. It's going to change your life, I promise you. Okay? Say, Vic, I don't have that much money coming in right now. What do I do now? Okay, here is what you do. I don't care if you are just starting out from scratch. I don't care if you are negative 30,000 in debt like I was when I first getting started. Here's what you do. Your action step for this particular part of your step process. Go to your bank, wherever you bank at, and just open 6 different accounts. Okay? Action item for you. Go to your bank and open up account R, account T, account W, account C, account G, account O. Or however you're going to call them, it's going to be up to you, but just follow the model here. Okay? Even if you don't have any money coming in just yet, take this action step. You don't have to see the whole route in order for you to head out. You just need to do the first step. When you do the first step, then you will see how to do the next step. Do not make a mistake of thinking, okay, I'm going to do that when I have money coming in. No, 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 no. Remember, are you going to do what I'm going to tell you? I'm not going to tell you to stand on one foot, but I'm going to tell you to take some actions. And if you do, you'll win. If you don't, just, I guess, you'll continue to get what you're getting right now. And if it's good, it's good.
Yep.
And if it's not, you will continue to get what you currently have. Make sense? I want you to win. I want to help you succeed. So even if you're at 0 right now, your action step for this right here is to go and open up 6 independent separate accounts within your bank. Follow this model that I'm teaching you right now. That's it. That's all you're going to do. Okay? So 7 steps to freedom is designed for you to go from step 1 to step 2 to step 3 to step 4 to step 5 and so forth and so on. And these are guidelines for you. And then if you go into our coaching, more detailed coaching, if you're a gold level member and above, this is where we really get under the hood and we really get into the built out and mechanics and structure and engineering and all these things. And I'm there with you. Like if you like my coaching style like this, imagine if I showed you how to build your business every step of the way properly. A blueprint that's rooted in the principles of success, universal principles that will never change. You build yourself an unshakable business. I'm teaching you from experience. We are really, really good at this stuff. Not because we're special, but because we're doing it. Okay? So, anyway, this is the your financial freedom plan right now. What you're going to do is you're going to act on it. Okay? In the next step here, we're going to get into the game plan. I'm going to show you the game plan for business. So, we're going to start talking a little bit about business ideas and structure, and we're going to start to talk a little bit more about how we're going to start engineering that number. Whatever your number is, remember that number. Okay, that's really, really important. We're going to come back to that number because we're going to create a goal card a little bit later on, and we're going to start to work with our subconscious mind and our intuitive factors of your mind, intellectual factors of your mind, right? To start building our business in a way that's going to be different from anything else that you have seen on the internet, from anybody teaching you. I have not seen anybody teaching this stuff the way that we're teaching. I have seen a lot on the internet, and I've been through programs. I've invested tons of money trying to figure this stuff out. The problem is most people getting bits and pieces of information here and there, and most of the time it's the tip of the iceberg kind of stuff that doesn't matter. I mean, look at your situation. If you're not satisfied with your current situation, it's because of the information you've been getting and the actions you've been taking. That's it. But you can change your situation just like that. And I'm here to help you change your situation if that's what you want. Okay? So hopefully you trust me. Hopefully, you enjoy this kind of this kind of environment here. I was going to say live environment. I almost feel like I'm talking to you directly here, like you're standing next to me. I really want to help you out, okay? And I know I can if you're ready for it. Okay, so we're going to work with that number later on. We're going to come back to that. Remember, whatever your number is, that's going to be that. Right now, what you're going to do is for this step, if you do anything else or if you don't do anything else, you're going to go to your bank and open up these accounts, okay? Don't tell them this. This is going to be something that you will do yourself later on. But at least have your 6 accounts opened up. Name them properly, just have them in your bank. You'd be like, all right, I'm ready. I'm a step closer to building my freedom. That's what we're going for, freedom. Okay, say it with me, my friend. Freedom. Say it again. Freedom. Say it again. Don't be like, whatever, man. No, come on, get involved. Say freedom. Say it like you mean it. Say it like it belongs to you. Say it like, you can have it. How does that make you feel? Say freedom, right? Freedom. Say it with me, freedom. Does that make you feel good, right? Does that make your hair stand on your back a little bit or in your arms, right? Does that give you goosebumps a little bit? Imagine that can be your reality, and it should be. You deserve it, okay? The reason you don't have it yet is because you've been following a wrong, broken plan. We're going to fix it. Okay, anyway, so this is it for this step right now. Drop me a comment below. Let me know if this is making sense. Let me know if you're with me. Let me know if you're still committed or if you're going to bounce back because this is a little bit too tough, right? Are you a warrior? You're a brave soul. We're going to go on this together, right? We're going to go on this journey together. We're going to make this happen. We are going to create the future that you desire. All right. So with that said, please drop me a comment, do your action steps, and I'll see you in the next step coming up.